y'all, so I wanted to make a video to explain our meals. So the way our meals work is we want to put you at a 500 calorie deficit of what you're going to burn every day without even trying. So for most women, your metabolism is going to be at about 1,500 calories a day. Notice how I say most and I say average. If we put you at 1,000 calories a day with our food, then you're going to be at that 500 calorie deficit. And so every day, even without trying, you are going to burn fat. There are special instances where some people have a higher metabolism or a lower metabolism, and with that, we will, if that's the case and there's a week or two where you're not seeing a change, then we will show you how to use our meals and deal with that. But that's literally maybe 2 or 3 people out of every 100. For men, they do have a faster metabolism. They're going to burn fat a lot easier, so we put them at the double protein option, which is about 300 extra calories per day. They're going to get double meat, eggs, cheese, whatever the protein of that dish is. You can also do our meals for maintenance. A lot of people do our meals for maintenance just because it's easy and it's convenient, it's affordable. So what you would do is you would do the double protein option again, and then you would still, on top of that, add about 200 to 300 calories a day of snacks, because you want to basically take in the same as what you're burning off in order to maintain. Now, 99% of our clients do our meals for weight loss. Now, what I also want to talk to you about is customizing. We do not customize, and there's a couple of reasons that we don't customize, but for me, the main reason when I started a meal program years ago that I decided not to customize is that food should not be looked at as some grand, amazing meal every single time you have a meal. Food is fuel. That's all it is. It is fuel for your body. It is the gasoline to get you going. You don't want to feel full. You don't want to feel sluggish. And you shouldn't, it's not something that you should enjoy every single time. The problem is we look at food as a prize. It should be this like amazing treat for yourself. And that's not the case. It is literally something to keep your body going every day. So we do not customize because I want you to look at food differently. Another reason we don't customize is because we need to get the proper nutrition for you. And a lot of times when people have other meal programs, they'll go, let's say you walk into another meal program place and they let you pick and choose your meals. Well, we're human. So a lot of us are going to do 2 things. You're either going to you're going to choose like all the fun foods like macaroni and cheese and pasta and all that good stuff. Well, you're probably choosing all the super high calorie foods and you're forgetting about your veggies and things. The other problem people run into is they go too hardcore. They don't choose any of those foods. They only choose the chicken and broccoli and rice, and you're not going to stick to that long term. That's not real life. You're going to get really burnt out and bored of that, and then you're going to go off and binge, okay? So coming from someone who's had weight struggles, training people for 18 years with weight struggles, we really have found that if you have a happy medium, you have a little bit of everything, and you just portion control it, that you're not going to go off and binge. It's something you can stick to long term. A lot of programs out there work, the shakes, the cabbage soup diet, the meal plans that you order that are boxed and you mix it up, and all of those work. Honestly, they really do work. They wouldn't be around for all these years if they didn't work. The problem is a lot of times you're going to lose weight on those programs, but you're going to put it back on because you're not going to stick to it long term. A lot of people just quit before they even finish, because even though they're losing weight, it's just so miserable, or it's so expensive, or it's such a pain in the butt to have to cook the food. So what we found is that, we're going to give you food that you like, some that you don't like, but it's healthy for you. And it's all going to be fresh. We make it locally, and we're going to package it for you, portion control it for you, and it's going to be in your fridge. All you got to do is heat and eat it, and we're going to do it for $80 a week, which is a price lower than anybody else around. It's really no excuses. All you have to do is just get through the first 2 weeks, which can be a little bit challenging, letting your body adapt. And by week 3, it really is easy. A lot of people say, what do you do on the weekends? Well, again, the first 2 weeks are going to be a little challenging because your body still is wanting more food. But by week 3, what's really nice is that your body has adapted, so you can go have Mexican with your friends, you can go to a wedding, and you can eat the cake, and you can eat the margaritas, and you can eat the, queso dip. The thing is, you're not going to eat as much because you've been doing our meals Monday through Friday. The first 2 or 3 weeks, you stuck to that 1,000 calories a day on the weekends, and by the time you get to week 3 or 4, you can eat the foods you want here and there, have fun with your friends and family, and you're just not going to eat as much. And that's a really good feeling, to feel in control of your body and not so out of control and not knowing what you're doing anymore. A lot of people say, well, I exercise, I do this or that, shouldn't I get more food? No, not when you're doing the weight loss portion. You do not get more food. And the reason is because as long as you have fat on your body, that's old food. It's basically old food at some point you ate and you didn't burn off. At some point you took in more calories than you got rid of, and they're sitting on your body in the form of fat. That's what we're doing, is burning that off. So if you do extra exercise that day and you burn 300 or 400 calories, awesome. because you burn more fat off your body and you're going to get to that maintenance phase even quicker. Then you get extra food for extra exercise. Now, obviously, don't be crazy. Don't, be at a workout. Don't be a marathon runner. And, all of a sudden you took up running marathons and you're going to go run 10 miles. Yeah. Okay. You're the extreme case. You can have extra granola bar. You can have, some Gatorade that has calories. That's a different case. So don't take, what I'm saying, to the extremes. And that's something you would message us about personally, and we can help you with that. But if it's just a basic aerobic class or a basic workout with your trainer for an hour or something, no, you do not get more food. If you need to snack at any point, because there are going to be days where you just burn more calories and you might need a little something, could be certain times of the month, could be stress, whatever. If you need to snack here and there during the week, anything under 70 calories is not going to derail you. So sugar-free pudding, sugar-free Jell-O, bacon, hard-boiled eggs, anything green, asparagus, spinach, zucchini, any of those things you can eat. They're not going to mess up your weight loss, okay? What I want you to shy away from is a lot of people think, oh, almonds. Almonds are healthy. Let me go grab a handful of almonds. Well, a handful of almonds is typically bigger than a serving size, because usually a serving size is a fourth of a cup. So usually that's about a half a cup in your hands. And if you look at the calories for a serving size, it's about 190 to 200 calories for almonds. So if you just had a half a cup of almonds, even though it's super healthy and it's good fat, you just ate about 400 calories. And that day you're not going to lose weight, okay? So you always got to think it's not necessarily the healthiest snack, even though that would be great. It's the lowest calorie. Again, in a perfect world, you'd have your own farm and you'd be cooking your own food and everything would be organic and everything would be super fresh and you drink water all day, but that's not real life. What I try to do with our meal program is I want to do something that's realistic, something you can stick to long term and get you to your goals. Then once we retrain you, reteach you, and you have that confidence back because you've gotten to your goals, then of course, start to cut out the caffeine, start to cut out the sugar, start to try to maybe grow a few things yourself at home. But if you try to do all that at first and you just go super hardcore, chances are you're not going to stick to it. You're going to quit, and you might have lost 20, but you're going to put on 40. All right, so we've done this a lot. We really have a great system going. It's $80 a week. That really gives you no excuse. It's cheaper than the grocery, easier. We have a very easy pickup plan. So we do all the work for you, really. And all we need you to do is commit to that first 4 weeks. No, you do not have to pay it all at one time. I mean, this is how we make it super easy for you. Every Friday, your card will be charged $80. That's it. You don't have to pay it all up front, $80 each time, and you pick up once a week, put a couple days in the freezer, pull it out when you're ready to eat, and there you go. We make it easy for you. There's really no excuses, and if you want to make a big difference in your body and the way you feel, and really your attitude and the way you look at life, the way you interact with your family and your friends, and the way you just feel about yourself, and I think when you feel good about yourself, everything else in your life becomes positive. So anyway, we'd love to help you with that.